Yeah, hi, dear aspirant. Today we are going to see what should be your approach or strategy with respect to the economics for the upcoming prelims examination. Now, when we talk about the economics, first of all, for the fresher, keep this thing in mind. Economics in prelims is not about becoming an economist. Rather, it's a simple job of spotting the pattern which have been asked by the UPSC. Remember the very first rule that you should stop running after very bulky books. Okay, the people have this propensity to go with X book, Y book, Z book. Okay, so instead of putting all the clutters inside your mind, please remember what the UPSC demands. The UPSC it tests the conceptual clarity plus linkage of that particular concepts with the current affairs. Okay, so that you should keep in mind. So first of all, the step one should be the fix your core static base in a very perfect manner. So you have to focus that understand the major pillar of the economics. Like if you are reading about the inflation, okay, you should be very clear with respect to what is headline, what is core inflation, what is the difference between the two. Then fiscal deficits, revenue deficit, primary deficit. Means you should know about their crystal clear definition, balance of payment, exchange rate, then the basics of the banking like cash reserve ratio, SLR, repo, reverse repo, etc. If you can explain this concept in 1 minute, then you are prelims ready. Step number two, that current affairs it forms 70% of the economics question. But don't ever read very blindly. Ask one question while reading the current affairs, that which static concept is hiding in that particular current affair. For an example, if there is a news with respect to increase in inflation in India, then you have to ask this particular question to yourself. You have to brainstorm whether is it a demand pull inflation or the cost push inflation. If it is a news about fiscal stimulus, then you need to brainstorm what are the impact on deficits, crowding out effect, and all. If it is talking about banking reform, then you have to think about what kind of liquidity we have in the market, what is the status of NPAs, what is the status of the monetary transmission, likewise. Step number three, master the statement, not the fact, because UPSC loves you to understand the conceptual clarity, like cause effect kind of question, policy interventions versus the outcome, short term versus long term impact. At the same time, focus on the important keywords of the budget and economic survey. Be very surgical about it. So the crux of the story is that you can do economics if you